Hello, and welcome to the Memory Rainbow Academy. This is your host, Dr. Lewis. I'm here to present to you a topic that is near and dear to my heart. It concerns the memorization of the books of the Bible. I've often heard many callers on Christian radio requesting guidance on how to remember the books of the Bible, chapter and verse. The Memory Rainbow system of learning has all the right tools to solve this problem. My presentation today will demonstrate how to memorize the first 5 books of the Bible, both Old Testament and New Testament, very easily. Memorizing any form of ordered list, such as the books of the Bible, is an easy task for the Memory Rainbow system. The first thing we're going to do is link the first 5 superheroes of the Memory Rainbow to the first 5 books of the Bible. As you can see on the screen, the first 5 books of the Old Testament are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The next thing I'm going to do is to combine or link the first 5 superheroes with the first 5 books in order. Take a look at the slide and you will see that Genesis, the first book of the Old Testament, is linked to superhero Adam. Exodus, the second book, is linked to the Orange Bible. Leviticus, the third book, is linked to superhero Cat. Numbers, the fourth book, is linked to superhero Doctor. And the fifth book, Deuteronomy, is linked to superhero Eve. What we're going to do next may appear very simple on the surface, but can dynamically modify your brain waves and change the way you think. Take a look at Genesis of Adam. Remember, Adam is the first man. He is found in the book of Genesis, and it makes perfect sense that you should connect the beginning of the world with Adam, the first man. So, thinking of Genesis of Adam, link that in your mind, say it over and over again a few times, and it will become imprinted in your hippocampus brain, which will in fact serve as the perfect brain trigger for recall of the first book of the Old Testament. The next link for the second book of the Old Testament is Exodus of the Orange Bible people. Most of you should remember Moses in the movies leading the Israelites across the Red Sea during their exodus from Egypt. The Israelites were the people of God who had been enslaved by the Egyptians for 400 years. Moses wrote both the books of Genesis and Exodus during his time in the Sinai desert and beyond. So it should be easy to make the connection between the people of the Exodus and the Orange Bible. These Israelites were the first keepers of the original Old Testament Bible. So you should have no problem linking the Exodus of the Orange Bible people with the second book of the Bible. Let's take a look at the third book of the Old Testament called the book of Leviticus. This is the book that contained the ceremonial and civil laws that guided these people through the wilderness for 40 years. The priests were given the name Levites. They were responsible for keeping the law. So the link Levi Law Cats is just a play on words because it tells you who the superhero is, and it tells you what the book is about, and at the same time cleverly links the two together. Just say the phrase over and over a few times so your hippocampus brain will absorb the link. Now let's take a look at the fourth book of the Old Testament, the book of Numbers. We see the next link as Doctor's License Number. The Doctor is the fourth superhero, and as you know, doctors have to have a license number, so you can link the two ideas together to remember that doctor's license number would indicate that the book of Numbers is the fourth book of the Old Testament. The fifth book of the Bible is Deuteronomy, and I just really love the poetic sound of the link as it connects to Eve, the Deuteronomy of Eve. I like the way it sounds because it reminds me of what Eve is about. Superhero Eve is about second chances. The book of Deuteronomy contains the second set of Ten Commandments issued via Moses from God to the people at the foot of Mount Sinai. The book represents a second opportunity, a second chance for these people to understand the true nature of God. So, like the people of the Bible, let's try to understand why God commissioned these books to be written in the first place. Thus, just before you go to bed tonight, rehearse these 5 links as you close your eyes and think about the stories behind these links. When you wake up in the morning, repeat the 5 links before you even get out of bed. Before long, the books of the Old Testament will become a permanent part of your memory. Locate my next video lesson on the first 5 books of the New Testament. Subscribe to our Memory Rainbow Academy channel on YouTube. Visit our website and blog at memoryrainbow.com. And never miss a lesson on developing your photographic memory. See you soon.